Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we got started with an explosive opening war against our northern neighbor, Pseudonoia, where they were joined by Venetia, though with the help of our allies Nuria and Veltia, we were able to contain the situation and secured a big conquest. Now, the war has just concluded, so the Nurian armies are still wandering around up here, but they should probably be lowered fairly soon, as are the Venetian and Veltian armies. We need to take a look at the new territory that we conquered. This territory, as was the plan, is in the Venetia region, which was the direction I wanted to go in order to prevent our Vistulia governor from gaining too much power base as a side effect of this. Now, she is, with the levy lowered, up to 71 loyalty. Again, keep in mind 75 is the loyalty max as a tribe, so this is pretty good. She also did get a trait, it looks like. She got Forgiving as a trait, which doesn't really have a... Actually, it does give her extra loyalty, so that is actually quite a good trait. She's also pregnant, which I don't remember if I commented on that last time. I probably did, but... she is pregnant and will give birth in October, for what that's worth. She is also incidentally married to Gentautus, who is just some guy. He's not doing anything at the moment, and they have a kid together already, Wise Mantus. Either way, it looks like also Odrissia has hired those mercs that are in my territory. Interesting, Odrissia is currently in their war with the Lysimachids. Not too surprising to see that. I think Odrissia is not long for... Oh my god, they're in a war with everyone. They're fighting everyone who are in the Lysimachid kind of vassal swarm. So Odrissia is not going to last too long. Maybe those mercs will help, but if they had to hire mercs this far away, not looking too good. Either way, we'll leave them to that, and we have some territory management to do now. Now, we do have 9 PI at this point, and we can do a little bit of PI expenditures, perhaps on governor policies. I always do like to wait until I have that governor policy discounting tech to do this too much, but I'm not going to get that for quite a while. And ultimately, I don't think any of my provinces really need much micromanagement right now. Encourage trade in the capital for the commerce bonus is probably the right call, though this guy's very low. Finesse will limit how much that will do. I think everything else looks fine. In terms of loyalty, by the way, things look absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about around here with all of the tribesmen loyalty bonuses we have. Now, I should note that these guys being Istian will keep them out of our levy, so our levy is not going to be increased for very long, because I do have a bit of a plan to sort of show off how migration can be such a powerful thing, even when we're not looking to specifically expand our territory, but rather to control and manage our territory. That's because migration, when you, as I mentioned last time, raise a pop into being a migrator and then you resettle it, it resettles as a pop that is of your culture, and in our case that would be of Sporic culture. And I actually was checking the wiki before, between episodes, and they also resettle as your religion, which I had forgotten about. So migration will give us a way, by using stability as the resource, to essentially immediately convert and assimilate. In this context, it'll be in the assimilation is what will happen. Pops that we raise up as migrators. And because we can move tribes around, including at a discount, let's remember our Sporic heritage is helping out there, it's only going to cost 4 gold per tribesman move. And essentially, the long and short of it is, we're going to be able to very quickly create a large number of Sporic pops out of the Istian pops up here without needing to actually worry about essentially passively assimilating them, which would take quite a long time. Incidentally, we can see, perhaps, maybe after the tick we can see how long it would take, but it would take too long to wait around. We don't have time for that. We need to continue the war path while things are getting going here. Now, in terms of claims, we don't have any more at the moment. Clan Council is being consulted, so we can expect claims on Vistulia Inferioris, Bessetia, and Vistulia, which will include, let's see here, that's Venetia. So Vistulia Inferioris is down here. So that's going to include Bastarnia. Okay, that's not too surprising. It will also include, let's see here, Skyria will because of Vistulia, so we'll get that Skyria claim that way. And then where is Bessetia? Ossetia is over here. So that's going to include Nuria and Agath Ircia. So getting a claim on Nuria may damage our relationship with them a little bit, but I can't do much about that, and I will eventually fight them. But I think Agathircia could be a good target. They are in a defensive league with Aroteria. Interesting. But I don't really want to expand into Scythia at the moment. I will eventually need to, but I don't really want to add more governor characters if I can help it. So perhaps I just take the stuff that's in Vistulia and then leave these guys over here. That would be a fairly low cost on AE war. I mean, hopefully we'll see if I'm right about that. Maybe I'm not. Incidentally, who do I have doing AE management? Okay, it's you. Yep, this is probably the best one for it because he needs to build statesmanship anyways, so I think that is fine. Okay, I think we're looking good then. Let's see here. Stability is quite low, but I am increasing it as best as I can. Now the AE is going to reduce our stab change, and that's going to be quite frustrating. I can't really wait around for PI, unless I get an event where I get PI from doing the action with my chief, stakeholder action, what's it called? Influence stakeholders. So I may get the event, I might not, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, let's see here. I think I'm good to go ahead. Actually, let me go ahead and take a look at the new territory. So in terms of buildings, I don't imagine there's any complex infrastructure around here. Also, I just realized that I should have double-checked where the most population would be. Actually, you know what? All of them had one, so I don't know if I could have really controlled this. But this did move the capital over here. That's annoying because I did spend loyalty to move it originally, but I can just move it again now. I own the whole province, so it's a pretty minor mistake, all things considered. I think Syroxen remains the best spot for the capital. And incidentally, I could actually make this my national capital. Or not just this specifically, but I could make something in the Sporia province my national capital. Ravakia doesn't have any specific special meaning for me, and it doesn't have any specific special meaning mechanically either. And having the capital be a forest territory in the Sporia province sort of feels right, since our country is called Sporia. When we eventually become Slavia, it'll be nice for the name Sporia to still have some relevance. Now, there's no territory in here called Sporia that I am aware of. I think a Bialystok is actually a name I know from somewhere. Maybe that's a playable country in EU4. I mean, we are kind of getting into the Muscovy area from EU4, if I remember correctly. I don't know exactly. My Slavic geography is quite limited, probably. But either way, Syroxen is at least a cool sounding word as our capital. And I think in terms of it being here, the only distinction would basically be in terms of what the local resources are. So let's think about that, actually. So if we take into account that over here, it's wood and grain, which means we'd have double grain, double sheep, we'd have double leather, whereas over here, we have double wood. I mean, we can get double sheep and double stone. Actually, getting double stone without needing to import stone is quite nice. I think I should move it honestly just for that reason. I can get double sheep with an extra, or with a farm building. I can actually get double wood again pretty easily. Double oh yeah, okay, vegetables and stone being in the province is kind of a deal breaker. And also double wood for what that's worth, although I don't need the naval bonuses from wood. I think this is a better province, honestly, from an economic point of view. Let's go ahead and do the switch. So let me move. So I guess it doesn't matter that this was moved, because I need 80 PI to move it. So I will relocate the capital when I have 80 PI. This might not be a imminent thing to spend my PI on, but it would be nice to set it up over there. In the meantime, I can start planning out this province, assuming that I will have it be the capital province. It's not particularly luscious or anything, but it does have some good resources, and it's quite defensive. I guess the question would be, is there any reason to wait and set up the province somewhere else? The thing to keep in mind is that until very late in the game, when I'm able to get, where is it? Here it is, rural planning. Until I can get this, which is obviously going to be an important tech to get to eventually, I'm not going to be able to have capital or provincial capitals or national capital that is both fortified and has a port. so I'll have to wait on that to have good, like, port capital locations. I can still build, I'll still, like, locate them there and have forts, but I won't build ports until I'm able to have both. So, having said that, let's see here. So, having Pseudonoia be a capital with a fort, I think I'm going to leave this fort here for now because it will be useful in my wars against all three of these people, and also against, it'll just actually be useful anyways, just to have it be fortified, so we'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and do some migration fun. So, we need to start, so the way migration works is we have to do it somewhere where the dominant culture is Sporic, and it has to have 3 pops. Like here, for example, that is, this is the sort of place we could do it. But we can, of course, move our population around to set it up where we want to. Now, some things to keep in mind is that the territory that we start the migration out of will be depopulated when we do it, so we don't want to do it on a capital or a place that has, like, buildings, because it could mess things up. So, let's see here. I probably want to do it in Pseudonoia Orientalis, because it's in a province I can move within more cheaply, and then I can migrate out, or how should I phrase this? It borders multiple provinces that are going to have wrong culture pops that I can move in here. So, essentially what I'll need is, because I think the maximum is 20 migrators, I can basically get 11 Sporic pops and then 9 Eistian pops into here. Okay, I think that's the plan. And, you know, first, before I forget, let me go ahead and quickly do some selling into slavery. Ooh, that's a good start. 14 gold for 0.5 tyranny. I mean, I gotta start getting tyranny sooner or later. What did you think? I was not gonna have tyranny? 7 gold, I'm gonna do it. I need more. I need as much gold as I can get right now, and we have plenty of tyranny room, so we're going to make these calls gladly. And then you are the last one. Okay, I'm gonna release you because only 5 gold is not enough. All right. That's more money. And then I'm going to use this money to move around these pops. Now, the reason, by the way, that I'm prioritizing doing this migration plan, which will basically be giving me 9 more Sporic pops, and I'll also be able to redistribute the Sporic pops in however I like. I might redistribute them to then chain another migration, is this is going to strengthen my levy size, which is my main goal right now. I need, essentially, I'm thinking about what is the worst thing that can happen to me. And the worst thing that can happen to me right now is Nuria starts to see me as a rival and breaks their alliance and then plans to fight me. I think they will either have a claim on me or otherwise be able to get into war with me sooner or later, so I need to be ready for Nuria or like a coalition of my neighbors, because I'm now stronger than any of them individually, but they could certainly link up and cause me problems. So I want to protect myself from any sort of violence, and in the sense that I will then do the violence onto them preemptively. So that's how national expansion kind of works if you think about it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this plan in motion and get some pops moved in here. And again, I know that I could use this money to build some settlement buildings, but I'd rather grow my levy size as a priority first, and then we'll deal with that later on, as we can always go to war with our larger levy and then sell people off into slavery and then use the money to build buildings later on. So we're going to be in kind of a conqueror economy for quite a while here. So let's get this going. So I'm going to, and again, I think 20 is the max. So I'm going to want to bring in 9 Eistians from around here. So let's see what we can do here. So move pop from Sudonia. And I don't think there's any way to reduce tribesmen move costs. Let me just check really quick. Obviously, vegetables is a slave move cost. I'm pretty sure there is no tribesman move cost resources. I don't think there should be, because it would only be relevant for tribes, which most of these modifiers are not. Yeah, I'm not going to look even, because I'm pretty confident it wouldn't be in the game. Because even with modded resources like those, they wouldn't make a resource that only some governments can actually benefit from, because non-tribes don't even have the ability to move tribesmen at all, whereas everyone can move slaves. All right, back to it. So we're going to move in from Pseudonoia. Let's move into Wera Eistians. Actually, I'll keep everything that's on the borders on. Actually, this is fortified, so this is okay. Plus, I can always repopulate, so I'm going to need 5 more. So let's see, 1 from Sidonia Borealis. We're saving 1 gold each time because of our Sporia heritage. Very nice. Okay, that's 1. That's 1. Right, any that is 2, a couple. Let's move them over to Sniardui. Ice students come in here. And actually, I can then send 2 migrators each to the territories that have 1. Actually, I can just resettle in my own territory with no ratio in mind. Yeah, that's right. All right, Snaredwy. I need 3 more. Do we have 3 more Icegeans in 1 territory? Possibly not. Oh, actually, yeah, we do. Maybe. We got 1 more down here. Alright. And then, let's see here. So let's actually go, so we need, hold on, 9 and 8? I guess, so let me try it like this. Let me bring in 9 Sporians now. Or, I mean, Sporks. Let's see here. Okay. 1. I have to find more where I have excess. Move them to Bow Store. 2, 3, 4. Banava. Slaves might also count, actually. I should probably turn slaves into tribesmen through this if I can. Alright, I need to move from Nava. Where's Banava? Here it is. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Oh, they have a freeman? Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. I can move the tribesmen then. Move from Banava. Move that into Bow Store from Mavar. Okay, and then from Bow Store into Ravakia. Where's my Bow Store guys? Alright, what do I still need? I think I need 9 total. So let's move them in here from Ravakia. Okay. I know I'm a little over the cap. It's just a temporary thing. Okay, I think I need dominant culture to be spork, so I think I just need to move some slaves in now. Any extra spork slaves anywhere? Oh, here we go, from Bow Store. Okay. Alright, move them in from Bow Store. Bow Store. Or no, not Bow Store, Ravakia. Actually, I'll move the tribesmen over. Okay, what do we got now? I'm actually move the Icedeans out because I don't think I literally have enough to. I've taken every single pop I have where I have excess. Actually, let me look at it like this. Where's my population map mode? Okay, hold on. Wait, I've overlooked Kire over here. This is perfect. All right, actually bring him up to Marania from Kire. Where was Sporik? Where was Sporik? Okay, from Marania. Okay. Here we go. That is a very efficient migration. So we would turn 17 pops into migrators, which means that we'd be getting, let's see here. We'd be getting 8 free Sporic assimilations at the cost of 3.2 stability. So you can see that was a lot of setup just to show this, but you can kind of see how strong this is when we min-max this sufficiently, or efficiently, I should say. Negative centralization is, of course, really, really helping out here. So let's go ahead and do just that. All right, migration has started. Now I'm going to go ahead and have one of them Only one. You settle here. Okay, good. And now I can move these guys around and redistribute population. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think what I want to do is resettle population first in these border territories so that they're... I gotta think about it in terms of where the capital would be actually attacked. So up here, I can actually move the capital around in here freely. Where should it be? Because I want to then move some pops there to give it some more bulk, so that if it were to be taken or besieged in the war, it would not be depopulated. Dobe seems to be the best spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got really good fort coverage. It would be a little far from Saracen, but that's okay. It's the right distance from Sudonia, which is currently a fort, so that might be what matters most. It is iron, so I would be missing out on an iron mine, which is a shame. At least until I can get a second building and build a mine as well as build the fort. Let's see, alternatively, is there another territory here that would be more comfortable to lose? Orija, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's even further from Saracen. It's also a little too far from Sudonia, but I really can't be too worried about fort coverage here. I guess the question would be, so it would give me more tax and I could sell it, or I could keep the surplus for myself. Axeman, pikeman, spearman. Do I have spearmen in my levy? I think I might, when it's largest. I do, but I think that I can get iron from somewhere else. I'm going to make Dobe the capital. We'll miss out on the iron mine, but I'm not going to have the money to really have... Like, I'll need to focus first on resources that I can sell. And I guess iron, does sell, but I think it's the best... Well, now that I'm saying it... It is also on the river, which may provide a bit more of a defensive advantage as well. Man, this is a tough call. I guess over here, the capital would probably be... oh, this is another good mine spot, though. This is a really good spot for the province. If it were Dobe and here, in Transurbonia, those would line up with each other. All right, I'm going to put it in Dobe. All right. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see here. So I'm sending 2 to you there. 2 of you to go there. 2 of you to go up here. 2 of you to go here. 2 of you to go... Do I go over here? I don't think I need to. Okay, let's do it like this. 2 of you go to Dobe. And let's see here. I think the rest go back to Ravakia for now. I think so, yeah. I think that's the right approach. Because I don't really need... I don't think I need the local culture up here to be more so mine. I just need in total in the region for it to be mine. Let's see. Actually, yeah, it does affect the territory. Okay, you know what? Change of plan for this stack here. I'm going to continue making these areas up here more sporic. I'm going to get these 3, I think. Alright. That is the plan. Okay. Here we go. That was a lot, but let's go ahead and resume. Okay, you guys can settle here. Nice. You guys can settle here. Cydia wants my wood. Settle in Dobe. Alright. Rome wants my grain? Okay, sure. Alright, I'll sell my grain to Rome. Okay. Economically, things are looking good. I'm going to switch over to decreased pay, just for extra happiness. Fort maintenance should be... man, I'll keep it on paid, just to be on the safe side. But now, maybe after the tick it will update. Okay, so that was a lot of micro just to spread the spork culture a little bit more. Things are looking a little bit more good now. Then is there a migration? There's no migration cooldown. That's good. Okay, it's still at out of 5. That's fine. It's probably because of stability. It's reducing it, I think. I never remember. Lots of things affect levy size multiplier that aren't displayed, so it's kind of a mystery. But I think this plan was still worth it because I got quite a bit of Icedeans turned into Sporix, just basically at the cost of stability and some micro brain power. And let's see here. That's basically all I can do, unless I want to move tribesmen around to then be able to free up more Icedeans to do it again. I think this is probably fine for now. I want to save my PI and stability. Alright. Manpower max is 3.45. Okay. That's good. This guy's allied with Venetia now. Interesting. Not sure how that was decided, but alright, if you say so. Okay. I think my next target should probably be Skiria. They would bring in Bastarnia, and they'd also bring in Haria. Okay. And this would be the same arrangement. Okay. I think, okay, let me think about my PI budget. What do I spend my PI on first? Really what I want is to get Divine Sacrifice, but this is really, really expensive. Let me think about this for a minute. None of my officers reduce the cost, do they? No, not as a tribe. Actually, getting one of these might actually be a good thing to prioritize. Now, the 15 stability would be really painful to lose, but this would bring me back to an even change, because I don't need this minus 0.05 while I'm at 100. And I would get, the commerce one in particular looks really, really good as my commerce economy starts to grow. But the Civ one could also be quite good, although the issue is going to be my Civ maximum, which is really, really low. Yeah, so I don't think the Civ one would actually... Also, the other reason I shouldn't go for the Civ one is that it would put me at too much change, and I'd start to increase my centralization up from negative 100, so I would not want that. But I think for now, we leave things as they are. We just wait. Really, I just need to lower my AE is kind of the big takeaway. Which I say planning to now go to war to increase my, and which would increase my AE, but that's the trade-off for sure. Still at 0 score, really? You sure about that? Seems a little glitchy, but maybe we'll be at 0 score this entire campaign. It could happen, you never know. If I can get into a war with Venetia without... Okay, if I could somehow get to war with Galindia and then get to Venetia without bringing in Veltia, that would probably be good. I'll see what I can do here. Alright. So far, so good. I just need to get more population to work with, honestly. I'm thinking, should I do another migration? But I just don't honestly have enough population surplus to make it worth it, because I really need to be moving around non-sporks, and I could move the sporks in and then move the non-sporks out to consolidate them to then migrate them. But that's just a lot of extra money to shuffle around population. I'd rather first have a surplus of non-spork population that I can work with from there, and then do the migration. So I want to do it after a conquest, I think. That's probably the way to do it. Alright, 1 year in. We're now in winter. The clan council speaks. I mean, we've been in winter for a while, but we're in winter. Rhetoric and debate have raged for a full year. The clan council of Sporia has reached a final stance in the matter of Vistulia. Drawing a sharp breath, the herald recites, protect the weak of Vistulia. Yep, I'm definitely going to do that. Please don't check what I actually do. I'm sure it's just that. Alright, so let's take a look at our options now. We got claims on Bastarnia, Skiria, okay, Nuria, Agathyrsia, and Haria. Interesting. Okay, so I think the best target is Skiria. Now, I'm not going to declare the war right this second because my army's not ready. But we could bring in Nuria and Veltia again, and I probably would want to for a war of this scale, because it would involve these three guys. Now, this would be a little complicated because I wouldn't want to give my allies anything, as opposed to those other wars where I famously give my allies things, and I'm very open-handed with my war, trophies. I'm famously very good at doing that with my allies. Everyone eats well at my table. If by everyone you mean me. But jokes aside, I think I should probably continue. This would be a lot of Vistulia territory. Actually, this is mostly Vistulia territory. Yeah, that's a little awkward. Now, she's pretty loyal right now, and she did pick up another loyalty trait. She also had her baby named Ostra. Okay. So maybe we're fine. Maybe, I mean, she just gave birth. Maybe she's not thinking of overthrowing the government, but you never know. You know, postpartum is really a wild time for people, so who knows what could happen. But I think that I can probably survive giving her a little bit of territory. She's got double loyalty traits. I've given her free hands. I think I can control this. I think I can, especially because I got this stuff up here. I think if I do it in the form of a war with Skiria, Bastarnia, and Haria, although there is the question of, do I want to first grab the stuff from Agathyrsia? Because I would like to get this before Nuria goes for it, because I want to probably end my wars over here with a war with Nuria. And I don't want Nuria to get this, because it would obviously make things more complicated for me. Now, this would be a war with these guys and Aroteria, which would... Let's see here. I can take them on myself, but I would definitely want Nuria to come in too. And I guess I'd bring in Veltia as well, just so I can keep them preoccupied. If they're not fighting someone else, like Ozia, maybe this would also lead to Ozia attacking them. I'd be okay with that, although, really, I just kind of want everything to stay the way it is for me to come clean up later. The other thing to keep in mind is if I do tag delete Skiria, Bastarnia, and Haria in a giant, expensive war, that's probably like 30 AE, 20 to 30 AE just by itself, which could be a bit dangerous, though AE will be decreasing on the way there. But I'm also thinking about, that'd be nobles that I'd be enslaving, and a lot of money I could then use for other things. Because this war here wouldn't give me noble slaves, and that might be okay, though. Again, I don't really want to enter into Scythia right now. Now, is Scythia part of my... It's actually not part of this, which is interesting. Oh, it is part of it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. This doesn't overlap the regions exactly, so parts of Scythia are part of this. But I don't want to enter into Scythia right now anyways, so I think I'm going to come grab this, maybe even colonize this to keep the Scythians at bay, so I can then have this for myself. I think that's probably what I do. I take this stuff, I do a migration from the conquest, and then part of the migrators, or I may even just be able to do it from colonization. I can then take this stuff and hold with the mountains, hold the Scythians off. I think that's the plan. All right, so what is my arrival date? So the Vistula levy will be ready in 6 months. These guys ready in 8 months. Okay, that's fine. Let's proceed. Okay. And I think what I want to spend my PI on is actually going to be Divine Sacrifice. It'd be nice to get a, Did I... Oh yeah, that's right. It's just counting up because that's how it's showing the 1 year away, or the 5 years away. Okay, yeah, 50 PI. I'm going to have to just eat the full cost. No discount for me. It is what it is. Can't do too much else right now with my limited resources. If you guys want to discover more things for me... Ooh, okay. Someone just came of age who knows about being a polymath. Yep. I'm going to bring you in, and I guess the families are still happy. Oh, by the way, I actually realized in between episodes, I actually am playing with the More Great Families mod. I thought that I had disabled it, but I actually am playing with it, which is really funny that I said I wasn't playing with it, but I actually accidentally had it on. I'm afraid to turn it off now because the campaign has started, so we're just going to have the Great Families mod for this campaign as well. I also included in the description of the first episode that it was on because I had noticed it before writing the description. So just so you know, More Great Families mod is actually in effect after all, although by accident. In this campaign it shouldn't present any problems, I don't think, so we shall see if I come to regret that later on, which could happen. Scope speed 4. So we're going to be waiting. So we'll get these guys up start of July, and then get organized for this war. Are you at war with someone? No, you got your navy sailing around on the river. Interesting. Skrugurtus. The appetites of Skrugurtus for men and women of all manner are quite legendary in Sporia. We seem to have lost count of the number of illegitimate children he has acquired. Got ourselves a bisexual king over here. Love to see it. Alright, well, what does this mechanically do? Extra fertility. I mean, I don't know what else I thought this would mechanically do. Okay, well, that is fine. Hold on, are you still doing... Okay, you are good. How is everyone's corruption looking? Just a quick corruption audit. Any serious problems? You don't have any position. Ooh, wow, really? Oh, Pillager's giving +10. Yikes. No, that's fair. Okay, can't do too much about that. Governor's already at 3. This could definitely become more serious as time goes on. I may need to keep her in free hands, though. I'm about to give her territory, so I probably should keep her in free hands. I think the solution is actually increased wages. It's expensive, but I need to start... It's not even going to fully control, it's just going to slow it down. I think I should have probably done that from the start, but I think I have a better sense now of how fast things are going to go. Also, we do have the age system in this mod, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a golden age, or how that's going to happen for us, but we'll see how this comes up for us. Could be interesting. Newfound tribesmen. After certain disagreements internally in Skyria, a group of tribesmen have left Felita and they're looking for new home in Trakili. Though they are somewhat different to our own people, they would surely integrate into our society quickly enough. On the other hand, accepting these exiles from Skyria could put us at odds with their old home. The tensions are already running high between the two groups, and we should carefully consider if it is worth it. Yeah, I'll take a, I don't care about Skyria. They actually depopulated them. I don't care about Skyria losing population to me. That's fine. Alright. So far, so good. A loyal subject. Here we go. Our ruler's efforts to influence Joan Tautus Girgirdatus are well underway. In a jovial mood, Joan Tautus approached tribal chief Skrugurtus, suggesting that a formal declaration of his loyalty and commitment to the clan council would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. We remain unconvinced that this is a politically sensible move. Ooh. I do like stability, but let's do some math here. If I spend 10 stability, so 10 stability, and then this is 50. So then we're at 0.15 per month, which is, let me pull out the phone calculator here. Let's see here, 0.15 per month, 12 times 0.15. That's 1.8 stability per year, which means 1.8 stability per year. We could also do an event that gives us stability, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Or we could get 5 stability. So the trade-off here would be, so the equivalent would basically be 26. Hold on, wait. 27. So 27 PI value here. I think I want the stability, to be completely honest. So the trend will slow it down when I have more, but the stability is going to improve my entire country in every way. And I think I'd rather have more sooner, honestly. And I'll lose loyalty on this guy, which is not the end of the world. But I could do this. I could. But the thing is, I would then spend the PI on getting more stability, which just doesn't seem like a good trade-off here. I think I'd rather just get the stability right now. I'll still save my PI and get the stab decision anyways, but I think that's the smart way of doing it, honestly. July 3rd. Okay. Unfriendly neighbors. After we accepted their tribesmen into Trakili, it seems Skiria have declared us an enemy of their nation, or as we worried about, they did not care much for us agreeing to take on some of their tribesmen. We should make sure to look out for potential hostilities from our neighbors now that our relationship has soured to this point, otherwise we might find ourselves on the wrong end of a pike. Alright, Skiria may declare war. I guess if they do, then I can raise my levy immediately. I guess if that happens, we'll just, card arms from... Oh, who are you guys fighting? These guys are fighting Osea. I kind of don't want to get involved in this. Yeah, I'm a little preoccupied right now, Veltia. Can you not call me in, maybe? If I click this, I'll have to decide, and if I decline, it'll break my alliance with Veltia. That's probably okay. I mean, they're not going to probably join any wars I declare now. That's probably okay. If Nuria is the relationship I care about more, how will Nuria feel about me breaking my alliance with Veltia? The other thing, too, is that if I were to attack Venetia, who I don't have a claim on, but if I did have a claim on them, Veltia probably wouldn't join them either. Do I want to stop Osea from coming in here? I don't know if I can, actually. I mean, I can beat Osea, especially if Veltia is there, too. But do I want, like... If I join this war, my army's not even going to be ready, and it's going to preoccupy me and keep me from going to war sooner with either Skiria or with, I guess, Thirsia. This is a war that they started. Veltia declared on Osea? Really? Oof. So, because they started it, can't I decline this and it's okay? I don't remember. This might break the alliance. It broke the alliance. Okay. That's fine. How do you feel about this? They don't care at all. Okay. At least not right now. That's okay. I'll just leave Veltia to deal with this on their own. Yeah, I think that's fine. You know, I could also now use my PI, because I have a bit more stability, and I no longer have a second ally. I could switch my stance. Certainly something that would be worth considering doing here. Let's see. Probably Mercantile. I'm going to switch it to Mercantile. I'm doing it. Stability will have to wait. I need the money. And the relations as well will do a lot for us diplomatically. Alright. I'm gonna view this as a actually kind of a good thing. This is an absolute win, as the Hulk once said, famously. Okay, now do I actually go for the Southern War, or do I go to war up here because they may go to war with me. I think that the AI would be out of its mind to declare on me. I'm much stronger than them, and I have the biggest guy, the biggest Slav, the widest Slav in the entire region. We're just two big Slavic guys, you know. You probably shouldn't mess with us, but these guys would be out of their mind to declare on the two widest Slavs in the neighborhood. So I should probably be okay to leave them alone for now. And I don't think anyone else is going to attack them right this second. I'm going to try to rush this little affair really quick. All right, let's get organized. And when is my other force ready? 2 months away. I'm not going to increase morale quite yet. September. All right, I have to wait. Carthage wants my wood. All right, sure. Got low food down here. Yeah, not too surprised. Getia is being smacked around by Bastia? What? What? Huh? Getia, come on, this is embarrassing. You can't let them do this to you. Yikes. Alright. So far, so good. Alright, September 3rd. Okay, there's our, it's recalculated, I think it's fair to say. We now have 12 units available, so that's a very good recalculation right there. Wow, okay. I do not know why it took so long to recalculate, but glad it did. I was wondering where all my levy strength was. Well, we have it now. Let's raise it at the capital. They all raise together, that's good. And send it down. And we're going to go ahead and increase maintenance now. Oh, these guys have gone to war with Tirgete. Perfect timing, honestly. This is perfect timing. Whew. All right, Nuria. I need you to not do anything funny right now. Leave the funny business to me. That's my specialty. All right, you want to recover a little faster? Right, you're actually recovering pretty fast, actually. I'm going to retract my snarky comment and save it for later, as I surely will need it later. I still... 0 score, really? I think this is just bugged, which is really funny, honestly. Okay, well, we're going to have a no cities and no score campaign, it seems. That's fine. So this entire little campaign will just be rushing down to Irkir Nyaika, I guess that's how you'd say it. And I don't think I need to do much more than that. These guys are also going to be preoccupied. Where's their capital? I shall send a horse over here, and I'll send... Oh, you know what? I can go and grab this, too. Yeah, I definitely should do that. In fact, let me send you... Actually, can I sack this? I might be able to, because it's a capital. Let me... I don't have any horsemen under this guy's direct control. I don't think I can sack it if it's a capital that has no fort, it has no city. I think if it was fortified, I could sack it. I never remember how these rules work. Do I not have... Give me access. I thought I had access for some reason, but I did not. That's fine. You come over here. And actually, do I wait to start the war? I think I do, just to be... Are these guys in the war? They're actually not in the war. You know, I'm glad I checked that, because I was about to send this guy to his death. Alright, let's get organized here. Okay, so you lead the way. Everyone is attached to this guy, actually. Okay. Here we go. Declare war. We're going to call in... Oh, wait. We're going to wait. Oh, yeah, the military access. Okay, well, whoops. My bad. I guess because I have to wait, should I send someone over here just in case I can go do stuff? Maybe I should actually go for this first and send... No, I need to siege this. I think the smart move is just to move as a doom stack, to go get this under siege. Probably assault it. I guess the question is, war score-wise, will I be able to take just this with just this? Because I can get this without a siege, I can just dodge around the enemy army. Nuria, though, is going to go great this. So that's okay, though, because I don't want to actually take this. If Nuria sieges that, that's fine. I think I just wait. Actually, do I just declare war then call Nuria in? No, I wait. There's no need to do this in a complicated way. I can just wait and then bring Nuria in from the start. Because I want Nuria to be distracting Arotaria's army, because they're not in the war that Agathyrsia is in with Tirgete. Alright, we've worked out the plan after a little bit of thinking. It's something I famously do sometimes. 25th, okay. Alright. Come on in, Nuria. Take Bessetia. Yep. Down you go. Alright, Nuria. Time to distract Arataria for me, please. And I guess because you can't actually join the siege anyways, I'm going to have you tentatively go for this. No, go for this, actually. This is a little bit safer. This is like getting sniped by Arataria stack territory, but I'll be able to see them and probably move away in time from here, I think. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay. What if Nori did a naval invasion? I guess if I were fighting these guys, they could do that. Here come, well, maybe not here comes, but there goes the Nuria Doomstack. Where are they going? That's the wrong direction. These guys do have the heritage of the werewolves, heritage of lycanthropy, so maybe they're currently in their transformed state. Perhaps. Ooh. Huh? Okay. What? Interesting. Okay, well that's fine. You're not in the way, so it's not a huge problem. Okay, my forces have arrived. Okay. I think I just do an assault immediately, to be honest. I want to just get this under my control right away. I could wait for these guys to show up, but who knows what they're going to do, and it's going to take them like 1 to 2 months to get here, so I just want to get the war score and to get this whole area, and because my goal here is just to do a partial peace deal. I'm not trying to fully annex everyone. I just want this stuff, and then I will leave. Let's just do an assault. Surely I have enough. I have enough, okay. Siege is complete. Ooh, this is a pretty large area, actually. I could grab Cruel. Monthly Tyranny would be fine at the stage. Reducing Charisma, increasing enslavement efficiency. Slave output in Venetia would probably be okay. I think I'm going to hold off for now. Well, hold on. What, culture are you guys? These are wrong culture group. Are they wrong religion? Oh, they are. Okay. In that case, none shall hide. I think I'm fine with losing more pops. I'll need to replace them. Although, having more pops to work with... Actually, let's literally... It's time to do some more counting. Let's pull out the abacus here. What do we have around here? Okay. Can I get to, like, 9 from just this? Let's see here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if I do none shall hide, I might not have enough, honestly, to fully min-max it. Alright, gentle looting it is, just because I'm going to assimilate them the roundabout way. Okay, that's fine. And now, you guys... If I could avoid using my manpower, I would prefer that. I'm going to have these guys go to Ad Vericum, I think. And then you go for crewing if you can. Okay. Let's see what we can get away with here. I'll probably have enough war score with just this stuff, but... Oh. This is, who is this? What? Okay, we have a mysterious new combatant enters the fray. I don't know what in the world you're doing up here, but all right. Least confusing Anatolian development in Imperator roams early game. As usual, the Gordian knot is a real tight, let's just say. Okay. Once I get this, I should have enough, but just to be safe, I want to prep myself to take action. Okay. Let's see here. Sue for peace. Okay, I actually will have enough after probably another day or two. I probably have enough now. I do have enough now. Okay. I think I just take this. 5 AE for that. And I don't think I really want anything else. I can make them my tributary. It's not the worst idea. I mean, 0.31 gold is not nothing right now, and this would also probably keep Nuria from attacking them. Oh, we'd also inherit the war with Tirvete, though. It's a little awkward. I think I'm just going to leave them alone. They can... Yeah, I'm just going to leave them alone. I can come back and make them a tributary later, but it's not going to bring me into another war right away. Let's just go for this deal. This is a... this deal is restrained by misadventure standards and strategic, which is what I like to be in my campaigns. Alright, Agathyrsian Bassetia to Sporia. Let's do it. Alright, there we go. Just hold still for a moment. Okay, now I can lower the levy. Good work, everyone. 6 months and 7 months. That's soon enough. I can go after these guys next. Okay. Now, the capital should probably just stay where the fort is. I don't really have the money to move the fort around. This is probably not going to be the fort location long term, but it's fine for now. Any, like, crazy resources over here? Any, like, gold or anything? I don't remember that being the case, but you never know. Okay, I also might be able to buy this from Nuria. Maybe the AI in this mod is more open to selling territories. I guess I can't ask to buy. Hold on. Isn't that an option? Am I remembering this right? Sell territory. No, I can sell them my territories, but not the other way around. For some reason. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and... Well, first of all, how are you feeling? Okay, you're fine. That's good. I do want to revoke your free hands, but... So that'd be 51, 46, 36. I think I can just about get away with revoking free hands on you. Although I might need this for when this war is happening, because she's going to have troops raised. Actually, will she? Maybe I don't need to raise her troops. Let's leave her in free hands for now. I kind of have to let it be. I've got limited options right now, it's fair to say. All right, it's migration time. Who wants to... how do I want to do this here? So I think what I want to do is first empty everyone up north, probably to Masticat. So let me first bring everyone up to Seno. Okay, so in... Oh my gosh, what is this place called? Ukrainica? All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, and then into Masticat. Actually, I could just do it in Seno. That might be easiest because I've already moved them there. Okay, so now I need to get 11 sporks Wow, do I have enough? Maybe. This might be a little complicated. Let's see here. I might need to move some of the spore because I repopulated up here earlier. Maybe this might be... This might not... I might need to go for a slightly smaller number, but let's see what I can get at the very least. Sporic-wise. Let's see. I mean... And then into Bostor from Bravakia. Then move it down to Masticat from Bostor. And then into Seno from Masticat. It's gonna be pretty hard to get. Okay, let's figure out how many extra Sporics I actually have in total. I think I need to bring some of them from up north to make this possible. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Move them into Snartawee. This is going to be awkward, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to establish Sporic local culture dominance in the south as much as I can to make the tiles better, but then I'm going to move anyone extra up north to the northern region to keep my southern governor from having too large of a levy. I want the population, but I want it to be under my main tribal chief's control. All right, here we go. We're committing. Sporic. Okay. 7 Sporks. Move them here from Sniardwy. And from... Okay. Now move them all down here from that place. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just to be safe. Move them down to here. Oh, that's all my money. Shoot. All right. Let's see here. That's awkward. I would like more money, but I can't get more money very quickly. We're mid-migration. We're mid-setup here. That's awkward. Do I have any way I can get some money quickly? Any extra buildings around here that I could deconstruct for some money? No. I could neglect research, but 5 stability does not seem like a good trade-off here. I think I just have to kind of wait, which is awkward. So these guys are currently in here. At least they're within the capacity, so that's good at least. But down here, things are a little over capacity. That's okay. We'll just have to wait. Now we're looking at least they're also in the north currently. July for getting set up here. Celts want my furs, that's good. Things are looking good down here, all right. Okay, let's get to March 1st, and then reevaluate where we are. Okay, so I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. We squeezed another war in and got partway through our second migration. I guess our first one was this episode as well. And we should now be, yeah, we are now closing in on Nuri. Nuri has some really dense population for where we are in the world, but we are at least more spacious than Nuri. We're now the widest of the Slavs, at long last. My lifelong dream has been accomplished. But I also wanted to get that migration done just so I can at least grab maybe like this territory, if not these two, just so I can keep the Scythians away from my my Vestulia territory if I can help it. But we're going to work out exactly what the plan is from here. We may have to do the migration kind of month by month at this point with our very limited budget, but it may make sense just to wait until we can move everyone at the same time. Probably after the war with these guys, where I'm going to try to go for a really big triple annexation and big noble selling off burst in order to get lots of money to then finish the migration, and yeah, we'll figure things out from there. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Sporia Campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.